Hey guys, how's it going? Been about a week since my last video, and so I just want to start this week off by mentioning my beautiful, lovely wife.
Yay!
You can't see her, but she's off camera here. Say, hey baby.
Hey, baby.
One thing you may not, well, you may know it, especially if you know us. My wife is a very, very lucky, lucky woman. Why do you say she's a lucky woman? Well, quite simply, she's got a trophy husband. And I have the trophy to prove it, to remove all doubt. See?
Yes, he won the prize.
I won the prize. Judy. All right. To be honest with you, there was almost a point in time where Judy would not have been blessed with all this magnificent manhood. Because there was one point in time I was considering committing suicide. I believe the year would have been 1982, 1983, somewhere around there. You probably don't know this about me, but I actually was able to buy a furniture store at the right old age of 19 in Santa Ana, California. I took possession of this store 1 week before my 20th birthday. Life was good, I thought. I had money coming in, I had money going out, I had lots and lots of friends. If I wanted it, I didn't have to think about it, I simply bought it. From the world's point of view, I had it going on. But there was still a very big hole inside. I had that store for approximately about 8 months. My lease was canceled, and all of a sudden, I'm broke. I'm 20 years old, $60,000 in debt. Keeping in mind, this is in the early 80s. That was a pile of money. I was able to get most of it paid off. I had land that I owned, and I just let it go back to the bank. I had a truck. I just let that go back to the bank. You know, we did what it took. After all that, my average income was $5 a week. You want to talk about your head spinning? I went from basically wanting whatever I wanted when I wanted it to go out and getting it down to $5 a week. In order to get that $5 a week, I had to hassle somebody that owed me some money. He didn't have any money either. Had to borrow my roommate's car because I didn't have a car. Put $2 of gas in. So my average income was $3 a week. My dinner, or my diet, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, consisted of ramen noodles. Yuck. Ugh. Because I could buy 5 of them for $1. Needless to say, life was not good. I lived in Fullerton, California, over by Cal State Fullerton. There was a freeway overpass that I used to ride my bike over to go down, or just to go for a walk just to get away, feeling sorry for myself. It's not fair. Of course, we know that a fair is a place you go to ride, eat cotton candy. It's got nothing to do with life. That's a different story. So as I was crossing over the freeway, I would watch semi-trucks coming in. And I could count 1, 2, 3, and there the truck would be on the other side. And I considered jumping off that bridge right in front of that truck. And like I say, I had timing down perfectly to where that truck would hit me and wouldn't know what he was doing. But, because I was thinking, nobody cares, nobody loves me, woe is me. What I was doing is I was listening to the devil, whispering in my ear, nobody loves you, nobody cares about you, just go ahead and jump. Satan is real. He can't make you do anything. We choose to do stuff. But he's back there whispering in our ear, hey, do it, nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. But God cares. And one time I was listening to the radio, and I heard a very, very godly woman by the name, not you, baby. This is before you, but you are a very, very godly woman.
Oh.
But it was Marilyn Hickey. and she was preaching on Romans 8:28. And it reads, "And we know that in all things God works for the good, for those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Now the key here is all things work for the good. When she was talking about that on the radio, I thought this woman was nuts. Because what in the world positive could ever come up from my present situation? Especially where I was just a couple months earlier. But it's true. God works all things if we love him and if we're going according to his purpose. And you know what? Even if we're being stinkers and we don't think God's all that, watch what he does. He's a miracle working God. Keeping in mind, I don't know if you remember, but last week I gave you Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, and it reads, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." God will never, ever, ever leave you. He is always, always there. He will make all circumstances work for the good. Everything. I once heard that this life is finite. If you have a problem, if you have an issue, if it had a beginning, that means it has an end. No, somewhere in the middle is where we are. The only thing we can do is keep our eyes on Jesus and know that he loves us and that he's going to make it all work out in the end. Keep in mind, God will never leave you nor forsake you. And why is it he will never, ever leave us? It's quite simple. He loves us. Bottom line, Jesus loves us. It doesn't matter if we're living a godly life or if we're a hobo living in the sewers. It doesn't matter. God loves you. He loves me. He loves all of us. And he has better for us. No matter how good things are, he has better. So if you're going through something, if you're dealing with something, Romans 8:28. And Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. And somehow, he always works everything out for the good. All right, guys. I hope you have a blessed week, and we'll see you next week.